I would like to underline the importance of yoga and the dharana or the practices that Baba tells us to do, whether it is the practice of pure food or whether it is the practice of observing celibacy or whether it is the practice of having a soul conscious vision. So Baba tells us that we must remember Baba. Baba tells us about the practices we need to imbibe in our life, and Baba tells us to do seva. Now the thing is, everybody likes Gyan, yes, and Gyan makes you understand vices. Gyan makes you understand your spiritual powers, and you always feel that it's a very good idea to overcome the vices and act very knowledgefully. But the thing is, even if you listen to a lot of Gyan and you know where the problem is and you know how to act and how to behave and how things should be done, you will not have the power to do it until and unless you do something for the power. And what do you do for the power? So the dharana that Baba teaches, the practices that Baba teaches, the lifestyle changes that Baba teaches, they are a source of power. Then yoga is a very big source of power. When you sit and remember Baba in silence, that's a source of power. And doing seva, punya karma, through body, mind and wealth. So when you lend your helping hand in Baba's seva through your body or mind or wealth, that is an aspect which fills you with power. And only when your knowledge, the knowledge that Baba gives you or the knowledge that you imbibe, when it translates into knowledgeful actions, will your life change or your future change or your destiny be that of a deity. So I would like to first underline for you the importance of yoga. So at least join in time. So I conduct this yoga every day from 7:30 to 7:45 in the morning, because 7:30 is the song being played and then 10 minutes of commentary you have, and before that also from 7 to 7:30 there is a commentary being shared. So you should pay attention to at least practicing that much. And then also your personal practice of waking up at Amrit Vela and sitting in awareness of your spiritual powers and of Baba's presence with you. This is a practice you have to do. Otherwise, what will happen is you will understand everything, you will know everything, but when it comes to translating that understanding into action, it will be very difficult. Then also purity. So the dharana that Baba gives us about food and getting up or celibacy or drishti or what to hear, what to see. If you're all day watching stuff on the phone and you're spoiling your mind with that, and if you're eating food that is filled with vibrations of impurity, so or celibacy, which is direct engagement, not being celibate is directly engaging into vices. So if these things are there, then also the progress will be very slow. So one must pay attention to these things. And then seva, because everything that you contribute, whether it is your energy, your physical energy, whether it is your thought energy, whether it is the energy of your finance, when you contribute it into spiritual seva, that also makes you earn blessings, which may give you the power to translate knowledge into action. So this is first thing that I wanted to underline. Then you see, today Baba says that I am the saccharine of all relationships, which means I am a concentrated, source which gives you the taste of all relationships. Now, the thing is, you see, on this spiritual path, what we have learned is that attachment to humans and things and positions and attainments, that attachment is the source, is the reason for our sorrow. And that attachment is the reason why we are not able to progress, right? Because we are always influenced by whatever is going on out there. Now, whether it is the body, whether it is the relationships, whether it is what you have earned and attained, attachment to that is a very big reason why you feel sorrow or you feel the different negative emotions that you feel. And second thing is, there is this concept of Antmate Sogati in spirituality, which is you want to be in a state where you only remember one Baba and don't remember any human in your final moments. And this has been underlined in the Shastras also. And in the Shastras, they say that if you remember your wife at the end, you will go and you will go to a brothel. So that is what they say. So they say, if Antkal jo stri simre veshya yoni mein jaye. So that is the saying which is told in Bhakti also. And then Antkal jo Narayan simre pitambar ko paye, which means that if you remember God at the end, then you will have a good life later on. So this is a very important aspect of spirituality, that you want to be in a state when you you don't unconsciously leave your body. So you want to be very aware. So it is not a good idea to have what do you say, a sudden death where you're not conscious. So we want to be conscious in our time of death. We want to consciously transition from one body to the other, because I am a soul and I want to be aware of what is my stage at the end, and I want to develop myself in such a way, or I want to empower myself or elevate myself so much that in the final moments I don't remember any human, anything of this old world, because as are your final thoughts, so is your destination. So when you leave the body in the memory of a human being, then you will be born with that human being. Okay, so just think about it. You did so much of tapasya and that person did nothing, and then you remember them and then you are born with them, and then mostly you see the residue of pain is very strong in the heart. So if you don't make very good effort, you will mostly remember the people who caused you a lot of pain. And then what kind of destiny will you create for yourself? You will come again with those people who cause you pain. So it is very important that you clean your heart so much of all the memories and all the remembrances of all humans and everything of this world, and you be in a state where when you leave the body, you just remember one Baba. And the question arises, why do we always remember people, places, things and attainments, achievements? So the thing is, we always feel that it is an illusion, of course, but you feel that you're getting something from them. Yes, and The soul needs happiness, peace, love, joy. So you think that you're getting it from them, although that's not true, because in the old world, in the Tamo Pradhan world, nothing and no one is in such power that they can nurture you really. But this is an illusion that the world has created, and then you keep hankering after, at least in your mind you keep hankering after, and also physically you keep running after people, places and things because you think they will give you something. And especially about relationships, you see, you want love, respect, you want appreciation, you want security, you want so many things from relationships, correct? And we are always after relationships so that they can give us that. But do they give you that? Do relationships give you love or appreciation or recognition or protection or security? They don't give you any of that, but still you keep running after them because that's an idea that we have grown up with, that relationships will give you all of this. And I will tell you one thing, there is a sister, and she's a BK sister, and she's all of 22 years. She's just 22 in a physical age, and she's been living in the center for the last 5 years. So some center she's living in, and she came at the age of 17. And I remember I asked her once, how did you take the decision to not look forward to marriage, and you thought that I should belong to Baba, and how did you arrive at that decision? So she said that my father told me that getting married will give you security, and there'll be somebody for you, and there'll be some companion for you for life, and this is a single life, and this is a life which you have to lead alone. And then she said, I told my father, what if the person you get me married to dies? So then where is the security? And my father had no answer to that. And then he said, you can get remarried. Then she said, what if that one also dies? So the father did not have an answer to that. So she said, we are all alone, Papa, we are always alone. So this thing that you tell me, that getting married to someone will ensure companionship, this is just what you think it will do, but it may or may not do that. And why do I think that being with a human will give me security and not being with God? So then her father himself, he took her to the center and he left her there, and she lives in the center for the last 5 years. And she said that my father told me that I had learnt a very big lesson early in my life. And you see that we are always looking for eternal companionship. We are looking for respectful and loveful, nourishment from souls and people around us. We are seeking all of that in relationships. We are seeking support, we are seeking guidance, we are seeking help, we are seeking security. But if you look at it closely, no relationship is providing you with that. Why? Because the one you're seeking it from doesn't have it himself. So you are seeking it from them and they are seeking it from you. Yes, and these days you see parents think that children are grown up and they should look after us, and children think parents are parents, so they should always look after us. And this is what is happening in the whole world. So Baba tells us that you have to understand that whatever you have been seeking in every relationship for the last 5,000 years is that which you receive from me in Sangam Yuga. So do you understand that in Sangam Yuga, Sangam Yug, this time that we are now in, this is the only time when the soul meets God. And at this time, we experience God practically in all relationships. And we have this memory that God is like this, and God gives us the experience of what it means to be under the canopy of a father, mother, teacher, Satguru. And then you carry this memory with you, and then you keep looking for this same thing which is etched in your memory for the whole next cycle. You keep looking for this love, for this respect, for this eternal companionship, for this security, all your entire next journey. And especially so in the last 63 births, because you see everything becomes very unpredictable and every soul becomes powerless. So then the seeking and yearning increases more and more, and the disappointment also increases more and more. So Baba comes and tells us that in fact the only relationship that the soul has is with Baba. And Baba is the one who gives us the nourishment, the sustenance, the experience of all relationships that are possible in this world. Okay, so at this time, Baba says, now you have to pull your intellect from yearning and running after people, places, things, and attainments for fulfillment, and start taking all that nourishment and fulfillment, all that ras or that taste of every relationship from Baba. So, because now it is a habit, it is a sanskar that we have created, that we only think about humans, things, and attainments to give us something or give us fulfillment. So now we have to again, make this effort to turn our attention to Baba, who is giving us the nourishment and the happiness and the joy of all relationships, and start taking it from Baba. Now you see, in bhakti we used to say, God, you are the father, mother, teacher, guide, everything, right? But in bhakti that was not practical, because we used to say God is the father, mother, teacher, guide, but God was not practically available in bhakti, because Baba comes only in Sangam Yug. So Baba plays the role of father, mother, teacher, Satguru, or friend, guide, or surgeon, or beloved in Sangam Yug only. So this is why in bhakti we said you are all in all relationships with me, but we never experienced that. But in Sangam Yug, now we understand that Baba has come from the soul world, and he is being the father that we had been looking for. Yes, and I tell you, yesterday there was this young girl, and she had come and she was very hurt inside, and there was a lot of pain inside her. And then I asked her, why are you in so much pain? So she said that I never received love from my parents. And she said they have done a great job. They send me to school, they send me to college, I'm qualified, I'm earning a salary, and I have gratitude to my parents for that. But they never understood me and appreciated me. And as a child, I was always insulted before everybody. So I was always, my father would tell me, sing this song, or, recite this poem, or tell this story, and I couldn't tell it very nicely. And then he would say, this girl is only bringing embarrassment to the family. And then they would tell, my brother is bringing so much of prestige to the family. And then she said, this has gone on for so long that now I can't get rid of those thoughts, and it's become, a part of my personality. Now you see that we think that, in the world parents are upheld as God, and and it should be like that, but it isn't. And there are many things that because parents are not God, they are souls, and souls are impure, and souls have their limitations which they can't even know for themselves because they are just souls, impure souls. So, but when Baba comes, Baba gives us that which the soul has been seeking from a parent. Every soul, whether it is your parent, your grandparent, who are they? They are all souls. So, whatever the soul has been seeking from a parent, that thing Baba gives. And what is that thing? First thing, every day Baba calls us sweet child. Yes. Does Baba ever address you as unworthy, good for nothing? No. Baba always tells you, even as a joke, even in light spirit, Baba wouldn't use any such word for his child. And Baba always addresses us with a lot of respect and love. And this is the first thing that Baba gives us, and this is very basic. And you see, we have to sit in remembrance of God the Father. And just like you see, when somebody says derogatory words to us, we sit and recall that, don't we? Yes, this person said this and that and the other. But how many times do we sit and recall how Baba talks to you? With so much of love and so much of respect, and just look at who you are. You are the one who God talks to you with love and respect. So when you hold that in your awareness, you receive the taste of what it feels like to be in the sustenance of God the Father. Yes. And then you see, just like a parent guides you and prepares you for this world, right? So, a parent's job is to get the child ready for this world, and they teach you whatever they know. Yes, how to walk, how to talk, how to how to eat, how to earn. They teach you all of that so that you can fit into this world. But Baba teaches you so that you can live in a happy world. And Baba also teaches us everything. Baba teaches us how to wake up, how to think, how to see. Yes, what to hold in your awareness, what to eat, what to drink, how to do all of that. And Baba teaches us how to earn an income also through Baba's remembrance. That spiritual income which ensures a peaceful and happy life for us for at least 21 full births. And Baba says that just pay attention to how Baba is teaching you everything. Did anybody teach you how to think? Did anybody teach you what awareness to hold? Did anybody teach you that when you are looking at anyone, just look at the soul that they are, and when you are talking, don't be aware of your position, or see, when you are in an office and you are in the consciousness that I am a servant and this is the boss, then just look at how you feel inside yourself and how you behave in front of the boss. But if you understand that that's just a role and I'm a soul and my quality is peace, love, purity and respect, so you treat yourself with respect and you treat the boss with respect, and there is no fear or subservience or any other kind of emotion involved in that. So Baba teaches us how to perceive yourself, and you see, the Lokik parents also teach you how to perceive yourself. Yes, so if the father is a servant in a certain place, is a driver in his home, then he would teach the child to be very subservient in that home. So they also teach you how to behave, but they are very limited by their own consciousness, or if they are in ego, then they will teach you how to behave egoistically. But Baba teaches us how to behave, how to think, what awareness to hold, what vision to have in every situation, in accordance with the fact that you are a soul and you are God's child, and how to behave in spiritual dignity. So this is the thing that Baba does to us as a father. And then there is a saying, you see, that when you have a father and you trust him, then you're carefree. You don't worry. So in English, there is a saying, you don't worry when you trust your father. But in this world, we all have physical parents, but we are not carefree, are we? We are always worrying all the time, because humans can't be trusted. Even if you can trust them for life, you can't trust them for death. So they leave you at any moment, and then it becomes very difficult. So this is why Baba says, you become carefree when you belong to me. And you see that, you know that Baba doesn't die. And Baba will be with you until the end. And Baba will leave you with the inheritance of heaven. So even when Baba leaves, Baba sends us onto the stage. So Baba says, I will be with you until the end. I will take you back home with me, and then I will, when I send you to heaven, I will send you with everything that you need in heaven. I will send you with every treasure you need, every quality you need. I will send you to a world of happiness and peace, that too eternal and unlimited. So Baba says that I am the one who, when you hold in your awareness that now I belong to this Father, and when you remember me with that faith that this is my Father and I am the child of God Himself, then you have this carefree, worry-free state of mind. Yes, and then what else does Baba teach you? Baba teaches you how to conduct yourself with dignity. Baba teaches you to be a giver, not a beggar. Yes, so in the world, you see, every human being is a beggar, and they teach you to be a beggar. Yes, a beggar of, health, wealth, good relationships, and every attainment. But Baba tells us that you are a full soul and you are a giver. So Baba gives us this great confidence that I am not a beggar, I am a giver. So this is how, when you hold this awareness that I am the child of God the Father, this is the shift that happens inside you. And in this relationship, you gain the confidence, the security, the sense of self-worth that you had been seeking for many births from several physical parents. Yes. And then Baba tells us, I am the supreme teacher, right? And if you look at it, in the old world, whatever you learn, you get many teachers. You get teachers in school, you get teachers in your college, in your university, you get teachers everywhere. And whatever all those teachers teach you, what does that do to you? Does it, it only helps you earn a physical income. Apart from that, does that education or that teacher make you have faith in yourself, or make you feel that you know? So arriving at that sense of I know things, do you arrive at that sense from education in the school and college and university? No. And in fact, in my experience, I have felt the more you know, the more you feel uncertain about everything. Yes. So you see that there was this doctor, and he had come, and he told me that I feel very stressed. So I asked him, why do you feel stressed? So he said, because you people don't know what the water you are drinking and the air you're breathing is doing to you, but I know. So he said, I know what the food we are eating and what the air we are breathing and what the water we are drinking is doing to us, because it's so polluted. And because I know that, that's why it gives me a lot of stress. So I said, is it not better to not know then? So I said, you are a victim of your own education. So I said, yes, maybe you are right in saying that. So you see, in the world, we are a victim of our education, and our education makes us know about things that we can't control. Yes, you are always thinking about things that you can't control, because in the world, education means knowing about things that you can't control. Yes, knowing about illnesses, pollution, knowing about technology. Even technology you can't control what the uses it is put to, and then it makes you feel very afraid. So the more you know, the more you feel negative emotions, and especially fear. But when Baba comes, Baba teaches us about that which is true, powerful, and that which we can do something about. Baba teaches us about the soul, about our spiritual powers, about our thought power, about the power of karma, about power of remembrance. And Baba teaches us all of these things, and these are the things that fill you with power. So the more you know about your spiritual powers, the more powerful you feel within yourself. Yes, so the more you know about Baba, the more you know about what remembrance does to you, then that education or the practice of remembrance, it is making you, more stable, more grounded, more sure of yourself. And then the karma that Baba teaches us, choosing purity in our actions, when we imbibe that, we become more confident, more stable, more sure of ourselves. So this is why Baba is called the ultimate teacher, or the teacher of teachers. Yes, and I'll give you one experience about this thing. So once I was with a psychologist, and she took the course, and then she became Baba's bacha. And then once I asked her, what did you like about Gyan? So she told me that in psychology, we learn how our mind was damaged. We learn, how we became the imperfect version that we became. But they don't teach us how to correct it, how to build that self-worth and confidence again that we lost because of many factors working against us since childhood. But when I came to Baba, Baba taught me that. And now I think, when I do consultations, I talk very less about how the damage was done, because Baba says the past is past. You can't do anything about it. Why think about it? So I don't tell my patients how the damage was done, because all it does is it brings blame to those entities who you hold accountable for that damage. But I tell them how to repair themselves by thinking about themselves as a soul, and by remembering that Baba is my father, teacher, Satguru, and I have the ocean of love, peace always with me, and let me draw the love and peace that he's giving me into myself. So now I think that, instead of learning psychology, we should learn spirituality. So you see, this is why Baba is upheld as the supreme teacher, and Baba tells us that I give you the knowledge of God and the beginning, middle and end of the cycle. And when you know yourself, how you were in the soul world, how you were in the deity world, and who is your father like, and who are you like as the child of that father, then all the qualities and virtues and powers that you had stopped using start emerging within you, because now you are in awareness of them. And then you start becoming a powerful entity rather than a weak and seeking entity to a giving entity. So this is the relationship that we have with the supreme teacher. So just remember, so Baba says, when you forge these relationships with Baba, then you will be elevated and you will feel powerful and full inside, and then you will leave the remembrance of bodies and relationships and things of the world, and then those things will not be able to disturb you, and you will also be ready for your final moments. So Baba says, remember me in all relationships, and I give you, I am the saccharine of all relationships. I give you the taste and the strength and the nourishment of all relationships. So just sit in silence and think about Baba as the father, Baba as the teacher. Baba is the teacher, father right now, but do we think about him enough so that we can experience how great our fortune is? Okay, Om Shanti.